Practical faith listeners, how are you doing this morning? I know you guys are blessed. I know you guys are doing well. And I know it's an amazing blessed day because we serve the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. His name is Jesus. But guys, I want us to think, what are we giving up this very moment or today? Short-term pleasure over long-time spiritual consequences. Before I get into the story, you can go read it, Genesis 25 from verse 27 all the way till the end of the chapter. It goes till 34, 35. Go read it. It's Jacob and Esau giving up his birthright. Esau giving up his birthright because you know what? He was just looking at the now. And that's a lot of times we've done it. I'm ashamed to say at times I've made stupid decisions at that moment. And I mean, we can justify ourselves. Esau justified himself. Esau went out and he kind of said, yeah, but what's a birthright going to mean me anything now? What's it going to do for me now when I'm hungry? I need food. And he gave up a lot. But remember, back then, the birthright would mean that you'd, first of all, the leadership position, you take over the material possessions of whatever your family had, and we kind of know that they were quite well off at the time. I mean, Abraham passed everything down to Isaac, and Isaac passes down to Jacob, and well, actually Esau then supposed to be Jacob. He's supposed to be the head of the clan. But the oldest son, something interesting that I kind of learned when I was reading this, the oldest son could give up his birthright. He could choose to give it away. And that's what Esau done, not realizing that it's actually going to come back to bite him. We see that. We know the story. We know that Jacob, okay, it was a lot of deceiving happening, but all the spiritual blessings went to Jacob. Jacob became, the lineage where David was born through, and we see so much happening there. But guys, what are we giving up today? One thing I can think of is, are we giving up sinning? Temporary pleasure that can lead to permanent spiritual damage or permanent loss later on in life. Let's think of it. Porn, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes. We can name them one by one. Bad decisions, partying when we should be studying, not taking things seriously, messing around at work. We can name them one by one, but what impact does it have later? And I know it feels difficult because at that moment, if you've ever really been that hungry, where you just need something to eat, trust me, logic goes out of the window. If you've ever been divorced, logic goes out of the window, and trust me, you can end up with bad friends very, very quickly and be doing the wrong things. And the next morning when you wake up, you feel empty and you realize, first of all, out of money. Second of all, you feel so empty. But we are called, guys, we are called to stand on God's word. We are called to stand on God's promises. We might not see it now, but trust me, it's coming because God's word is never going to fail us. It's not going to go through and all of a sudden desert us because that's not who the Lord is. You know what? I had times where I could have gone out with friends. I'm not saying doing bad things, not going out drinking and stuff like that. Where we could have gone out and just had something to eat, where we had prize or, cares that we actually organized together, that we're going to, let's have a night together, let's have fun. I had to give up. Because I was studying at the time. I was working full-time, plus I studied. But now it's starting to pay off. Now I see the benefits of making the right decision at that time, because there were times where, you work a full day. I was working 12 hours a day. And all of a sudden, you're tired. I could justify myself, say, just a night off, but when would it end? You see, we must not fall to that temptation of just giving in at that specific moment. Do what is right. Focus on your dream. Focus on where you're headed. Don't give in. As he said, don't give in to temptation. We got a choice. Stand up. It's difficult at that moment. Sometimes temptation is so difficult, but if we stand, we're going to reap the benefits of those rewards later on. And that is my message today, is don't give up. Do the right thing. Keep on doing the right thing. And you're going to see the benefits. You might not see it today, but trust me, tomorrow it is coming, because that's a promise from God. Blessings, guys, and I hope this message has blessed you.